there's this quotation here,
So,
and it
Padma
says,
Purana. Okay.
yeah,
Sampradaya Vihinaye Mantraste Viphala Mata Atak Kalau Bhavishyanti Chatvara Sampradaya Shri Brahma Rudra Shankanaka Vaishnavaha Chiti Pavanaha Chatvara Aste Kalau Bhavya Bhavyahi Utkale Purushottama.
right. So the idea in this quotation. Now, the interesting thing is that this is being quoted by a Gaudiya Acharya Baladev Vidyabhushana in the mid 18th century. But we don't find these verses in any edition of Padma Purana that we can find today. So it may have been lost, or it may be an interpolation. But in any case, this we're trying to understand what he means mostly by the first line. He says that mantras which are without any sampradaya or tradition are considered fruitless. They will give no fruit. So does it mean that you have to take a diksha of a mantra upadesha from a guru, otherwise that mantra is not effective? Or does it mean that you can read a mantra, you can hear a mantra about a mantra which belongs to a particular sampradaya or tradition, and that mantra itself has some value, has some power in itself? This is a question. So people will say, if you want to use a mantra, you should approach an acharya, and you should get the initiation from the diksha from in that mantra, and explanation also mantra artha from the acharya, and only then the mantra will be useful. But another person may say that mantra is used by this group, this bona fide group, this Sri Sampradaya uses, or Madhva Sampradaya uses. So it is a good mantra. Anybody can use, even without directly hearing from an acharya. What's your opinion?
This is what we understood today. A kalakshepa, spending of the time usually with the help of the preceptor, is more effective than what we do as an individual study. Swadhyaya as the fourth step in a day. Make a self-study. If we are initiated by a preceptor, then the mantras, we say, open up their meanings. Whereas when we don't have a preceptor, we want to teach ourselves, like as you said, Ekalaiva of Dronacharya, then we have to abruptly stop somewhere, and we won't have all the benefits which the preceptor accords to us. Again, today there was a very serious sentence saying, if I think that is also there. Without a preceptor, it will learn. The vidya, the wisdom is never sustained, and therefore, by the rather wrongdoings, a person in the next birth is born as a lame person or a one-eyed person, a blind person. That is the immediate effect of course, doing something wrong without the because he is without the advice of the preceptor.
of course, you gave the example of Ekalavya, who had Ekalavya means one thumb because Drona asked him to give as dakshina his thumb, so he was unable to hold the bow after cutting his thumb, but which seems quite mean to me that an acharya would do this, but my question is, Ekalavya, by watching Drona, even without being his official shishya, his official disciple, was able to become a great bowman. He was able to do it by himself without directly any contact with the acharya. So is it possible?
By practice, it may be even the wisdom can be procured, but at the same time, it is not useful as we understand. Dronacharya prevented him from taking part in the war on either side. He will be a very good archer.
It seems strange to me. The boy became a very good archer only by observing Dronacharya without any actual contact, and yet Dronacharya wasted this boy's talent by not allowing him to be part of the war.
That's why it's like what we call open university correspondence course.
Open university correspondence course, yes.
Yeah, he had an idol of Dronacharya before him. He worshipped him every day, and therefore we cannot say that he had no devotion to the Guru. And the devotion made him the best archer. Bhakti yoga, not only karma yoga, the bhakti yoga. The karma yoga with the devotion was rather concentrated.
So is it enough? Is it enough if I have a picture of Ramanujacharya and I worship it, or a murti of Ramanujacharya, a deity? If I have great devotion for Ramanuja, but I don't get some direct Ramanuja Sambandham by taking Samashrayanam from one of 74 Simhasanadipatis, can I still get any benefit from that? Can I attain moksha from that?
Your benefit will be limited. That's all. You have benefit.
Yeah, there's benefit, but limited benefit. Moksha seems to be either you get moksha or you don't get moksha.
Yeah.
If you say he has limited benefit, that means he doesn't get moksha.
Yeah. No, you don't get moksha.
That person cannot get moksha. But we see in the case of Vibhishana, in the case of Gajendra, in the case of Jatayu, in the case of Draupadi, none of these people had Samashrayanam. They had formal Samashrayanam from an acharya. And yet they attained moksha.
Yeah. Vibhishana is an immortal. That's all. Not an immortal. He's a Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi, a long-living person. He has no death. But he has no accessibility to Vaikuntha.
He has no accessibility to Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha, yeah.
After surrendering to Lord Rama.
Yeah. Prapatti is done.
So after Prapatti, he will eventually go to Vaikuntha, no?
No, he did not seek moksha. He was what we call Rajya Akanshi. Though he was not, of course, Rajya Akanshi, he did not want the kingdom of the elder brother. He was given it and he accepted it. A person has to, real prapanna will refuse the other benefits except the preeti of the Lord.
So Lord Rama wanted him to rule in Lanka. So Lord Rama made him the king in Lanka. and that was a very good peace. That was a very good peace plan by Rama for Lanka. And so he became king because it was a kainkarya. It was for the priti of Lord Rama. He wanted to please Lord Rama. But as a prapana, ultimately, at the end of his life, he must go to moksha.
No, that depends upon, again, what I say is the aim of the prapanna. And again, when you say Draupadi, you also mentioned some other example. Draupadi did not do Samashranam. The Samashranam is the helplessness shown by her while she was disrobed.
Yes.
So that is what the first step she has gone through, Akinchanyam, Karpanyam,
Yes.
helplessness. Of course, she has the Rakshishya, Goptrutva Varnam, she chose Lord Krishna. Rakshishyati iti Mahavishwasa which came little later. She has to combine both forms and dependent on the God for the protection.
Yes, but my point is here. My point is here.
No, I understand. Anga Prapati she has done Anga Prapati. You don't say Samashranam is not exactly the physical, what you call the mudra, the seal on the hands.
Yes.
She has done Anga Prapati. And she goes to heaven. She goes to heaven.
Right.
Almost all Yudhishthira and all other Pandavas also go to heaven.
Right.
But they cannot be called, I think, Nityasuris in Vaikuntha.
No, I'm not calling them Nityasuris. I'm just saying that this Tapa Pundra Tatonama Mantro Yagasya Panchamaha, this system of Samashrainam, a very formal system of giving the three mantras and giving all these different aspects of Panchasamskara. These aspects are not necessary to do property and to go to moksha, because some people have done it without these.
Right.
So that means we do. So actually, these mantras, because Dr. Alwar has been teaching us Mumukshapadi. In Mumukshapadi, the very first Churnikas say, one who wants moksha, these three things are essential. These three mantras are essential. But I see examples of people who are prapanas, who have gone to moksha, and they haven't got these three things. They haven't got the Astakshara, they haven't got the Dwaya, they haven't got the Charmasloka, and yet they do property and they go to moksha without those things. So similarly, in this verse, it says you can get a mantra from any tradition that is a proper tradition, and it will give some fruit. But if it doesn't come from a proper tradition, then it will give no fruit. So some people say you must take this, you must formally take Samashrainam, Tapapunda Tatonama Mantra Yagas to Panchamaha, and some people say you must take from only 74 Simhasanadipatis, and some people say these things. But we have examples, like you said. We have like I said, so of people who attain moksha without this type of thing.
These are especially meant for the twice born only. All the Tapa Pundra.
For the twice born.
We have an example in Krishna Avatara. Dadhi Bandaha is the name of a person. Dadhi Bandaha, meaning the curd pot. He wanted moksha for the pot also. He requested Lord Krishna to give moksha for the pot, the mud pot, the earthen pot. The Lord Krishna gave moksha to the pot also. So even an achetana can get moksha without what you call samashrayanam, without the mantras. An achetana can get into moksha. Then definitely a chetana will be without these mantras, three mantras, and these are all later developments of the what they call the progress of the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And
Okay, I'm very confused about how Achetana can attain moksha, but at the same time, I accept the story that, but we'll have to talk more about how Achetanas attain moksha. But anyhow, this was the discussion I was having with Govindachari about this, because some people say that the formal diksha, the formal pancha samskara is from a particular acharya is very, very important and absolutely essential for moksha. And but the system of property seems to say, the doctrine of property seems to say, and the examples in history seem to say that it is very important, but it is not essential.
this is what in Prapatti also today I heard that there are certain requirements, but they are not necessary.
I see.
Somebody was asking about Prapatti and the difference between Prapatti and Prayaschitta Prapatti. He was asking the question whether both Prapattis will include the 5 angas, 5 limbs, and the Swami answered like that. Answered the question like this: any Prapatti would involve 5 angas, 5 limbs, but whereas these requirements are not necessary. There are some requirements. They are not very important, but they are there in another form. In another form. That's what I said about Draupadi also.
Right. If we search the examples of each of the historical examples of great prapanas, we will see that actually in their property, those 5 aspects are there. But we have to sometimes look very closely to see that they are there. They're not as, it's not as formal as we do today. Yeah, I understand. So my question is, do you know of any Shastra Pramana, any Sanskrit Pramana that says that if you don't hear the mantra directly from an acharya in the ear, if you don't directly get the acharyas to give you the mantra directly, that the mantra is not useful? Because he says here, Sampradaya Vihinam ye mantraste vipala mataha. He says the mantras without any tradition. Yeah, but tradition, Sampradaya, he doesn't exactly say that the mantra that if you didn't hear a mantra, you can't use it. Because like in Pancharatra, we perform worship in the temple. There are many mantras we use. Our acharya has not given us these mantras. So, for instance, in the temple, we worship Sriman Narayana. So we may have some Narayana mantras for worshiping Sriman Narayana, Astakshara, Sadakshara, Dvarasakshara, but we don't have any. We didn't get from mantra upadesha of Sri Devi. Mantras for Sri Devi, mantras for Bhu Devi, mantras for Neil Devi. We don't have any mantra upadesha for that. Can we worship them? Because we have the main mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya, we have Astakshara. Can we then worship with other mantras that we get in?
Yeah, the Dvaya mantra includes that.
Dvaya mantra includes, yes, correct, very good. I appreciate that answer. That's very good. Yes, Dvaya mantra includes also. So what about if I want to worship Garuda or Hanuman or Visvaksena? Is it all included because Lord Narayana includes all his parivara attendants?
This is what I observed. when I was asked to perform Thiruvaradhanam for Hanuman, I, I accepted it because we never say the word Hanuman in the middle of the Thiruvaradhanam. All that we do is same Aradhanam of Swat Sriman Narayana. And at the end, we have either Namavali or simply a few names to worship Hanuman. And the Hanuman temple, which is without Rama, for example, the Hanuman is a single deity in a sanctum sanctorum. We are not supposed to go there.
Some of the Shaivas, they worship Hanuman also because he is known as Ishwaranandana Vayuputra.
Yeah.
So
he is also an incarnation of Shiva.
Yeah, so some of the Shaivas, they are also worshiping Hanuman. So if in their temple there'll be no Rama, there'll only be Hanuman.
And even now Hanuman has not gone to any place like heaven or Vaikuntha. He remains in this world, sharing the name of Rama. Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Kritamastaka Anjali.
Why Hanuman is called Siriya Tiruvadi and Garuda is Periya Tiruvadi? Why Garuda is the big servant and Hanuman is the small servant?
I read it somewhere, but I'll remind myself and then tell you.
Because for Madhvas, Hanuman is more important, and Garuda is less important. But for Sri Vaishnavas, Garuda is more important, Hanuman is less important.
It is not that Garuda is more important and Hanuman is less important. The what you call the Shiriya Tiruvadi, rather the size, the size we call it as smaller. The smaller the size,
the smaller servant at his feet.
The greater the effect.
I see. More potent.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, one comparison with Hanuman and Garuda. Garuda had pride. Hanuman had never pride.
I see.
So Hanuman is always better than Garuda. Though Garuda is one of the three Nityasuris in Vaikuntha, though he is always near him, Hanuman is a better devotee than Garuda. He never faulted.
I think we discussed before that the brothers of Lord Rama and Hanuman and who is better than whom. That we discussed that point before. So right. We can, of course, we can praise each and every devotee as being great, and we don't need to say somebody is less great, but we can praise them as being more great. So I appreciate that.